Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Nairobi Securities Exchange, in brackets NSC, joins Hedera Council to drive tokenization in Kenya. Bullish. Okay guys, great stuff to see here. So we have our newest member of the governing council. And we can see that it's basically a leading securities exchange. So, this is what I've been saying to you guys about tokenization. This is a huge thing, and I keep telling you guys this. And so here's more proof of people wanting to do, this kind of stuff. It is going to be something where, many things in the world will be tokenized in the future. And this is why I say to you guys that crypto is here to stay. Like, this isn't no fad, right? Like, there has been things in the past where things have come and gone, right? They've been like bubbles. And I think it's called Tulip Mania, if I remember rightly. And that was one of the examples of like a bubble. But this isn't going to be a bubble. And the reason why is because like tokenization and things like this and what this kind of technology can deliver, it's going to better people's lives. So it's not going to be a fad when this is something that people can utilize to better the world and better people's lives, So this is why I'm very confident crypto is here to stay. And once again, you've got these, such a big company here who are choosing Hedera. So let's get a little bit more into this. So we've got the subheading here. The Nairobi Securities Exchange has joined Hedera Council to drive tokenization initiatives in Kenya, modernizing financial infrastructure and enabling secure trading of digital assets and innovative financial products. And there you go, modernizing financial infrastructure. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this kind of stuff is going to basically update modern world into like newer technology, right? Like, this is what it is, right? It's, getting with the times, and this is what this technology will enable. So, got a little bit of a thing here that I just want to cover about what they're going to do. So, the NSC will operate a Hedera node and leverage Hedera's technology to establish a digital asset and tokenized securities exchange. This will expand access to financial services, streamline cross-border transactions, and support secure remittances through Hedera's USDC-backed platform. So numerous use cases there that they can utilize. Be very interesting to see what the kind of things that they can come up with as well, like what kind of stuff they can basically provide for Hedera, and how they'll utilize the hashgraph and that kind of stuff, especially when we know now that they've got the whole hero thing now where they've given up the source code. So obviously that can be added onto and amended and stuff. So that's obviously another thing that could be done to enhance the Hedera hashgraph. And so let's just quickly get into this. Nairobi Securities Exchange. The Nairobi Securities Exchange was established in 1954 as the Nairobi Stock Exchange, based in Nairobi, the capital of Kenya. It was a voluntary association of stockbrokers in the European community, registered under the Societies Act in British Kenya. The exchange had 66 listed companies in February 2001. And there you go, you can just see here, it's the leading African exchange based in Kenya, one of the fastest growing economies in sub-Saharan Africa. So one of the top exchanges we're talking about here, we're not talking about like a small company, we're talking about the biggest company, right, in the sub-Saharan Africa. So this is what I mean, guys. Like, this is what you're seeing right now in the early stages. You're still going to remember how early we are right now, right? Like, people still think because they've been here a year or two, which, don't get me wrong, I get it, people have been here longer, right? Like, some people have been here like 5-6 years and stuff like that. So, for other people, I do understand, like, they've been here a long time, but you have got to understand, like, when you're talking about a technology that's going to change the world, this doesn't happen overnight, right? It's brick by brick, like, it takes time, it takes a process for it to all to really fully be integrated. And, especially when you look at it, we haven't even got regulations right now. Right, like, it's not even fully regulated. That's how early we are. So at the end of the day, it is going to take time to see all of this fully come to fruition. But when you are looking at like the governing council members and things like that, and the use cases that like the hashgraph can provide, yeah, like it just makes sense that all this is coming together, right? Like, it makes sense that this is all happening. And so this is why when I just look at everything that's going on right now, to me, when I see all these like partnerships and everything that I've covered about Hedera, fundamentally, Hedera just seems solid. HBAR just seems solid. I have to say, like, everything seems positive to me. And so I just think, like, when we're talking about us potentially being in a bull market, which is what I'm hearing, and, Bitcoin's teetering on, hitting a new all-time high, I just think everything is in place really for HBAR to do well, right? Because you're seeing the partnerships, you're seeing people being supportive of HBAR, you're seeing all the use cases, all the developers, the things that I'm covering here, the stuff that I'm showing you, all the fundamentals are there, what you'd want, right? Like, you've got developers tokenizing, you've got all these new partnerships coming through, you've got a new governing council member, you've got developers creating new use cases for HBAR. So everything that you'd want in a network is there. So, you know, like, there's no reason why HBAR shouldn't perform. You know, that not from what I can see. Now, I'm not saying that guarantees that HBAR will perform. We will see. But I think it should, because everything that you would want for HBAR to perform is there, right? Like, everything that you would expect to see for the chain to be doing well is there fundamentally. So to me, I see no reason why it shouldn't perform. Right, like, we will see what happens, but everything is looking solid. So this is another great example of, you know, you got the biggest exchange, the biggest leading African exchange, choosing Hedera to develop on, right? So again, it shows you when you're talking about some of these big companies, like institutional, they're choosing Hedera, right? Like, they're choosing Hedera. So it shows you that they have got institutional interest here. Like, they are being adopted by big institutions. We can see that. So, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it just shows you that everything that we'd want to see is here. So let's see what happens in the bull run if this happens. Like, but to me, I'm expecting big things. You know, I'm expecting HBAR to have a run. And, you know, I look forward to seeing what can come from the Nairobi Securities Exchange, like what they can deliver on the council, and if they can create any more like use cases for HBAR or anything like that. But this is all continued development on a hash graph, so it's all adding to the long-term value. You know, that's all going to help with the long-term value. So great stuff to see here. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell. Take care.